Hi, everyone. Welcome to Next Gen Tech Hub, where we are going to be learning about AI, computers, and other IC related topics. And we'll see that AI have come to stay. And the fact is that AIs have not come to take over people's job, but rather come to enhance it. And I know ChatGPT is one of the most popular AI that people use for answering, asking questions, solving complex questions. Students use it for writing projects, and professionals use it for a lot of purposes. But one thing I've noticed is that you can actually get better answers than what you are getting with ChatGPT. Most of the time, we're only just scratching the surface of ChatGPT. And most times we use ChatGPT the normal way we use Google. But ChatGPT is actually deeper and can actually be your friend, can actually give you customized answer better than what you are getting now. All you just need to do is apply the following apps, and I can bet you 99% of ChatGPT users don't actually know this app. As I continue, please like, share, and follow us for more. And if these 10 apps, if it's going to be too long, because I don't want this video to be too long, I might make it two-part video, but let's start. What I'll do is, as I take the ad, we'll demonstrate it using the ChatGPT so that you see how each ad is applied. So let's go. The first app is to give ChatGPT a permanent role. And you know what this means, but why I say it's permanent, because once I give ChatGPT this role, next time I am asking question in that field, that particular field where I've given it a role, I don't need to put that role again. It's just going to answer my question as a professional based on the role I have given it. Let's look at the example in front of us. But this is just a Facebook post. You can apply it in any field. Say you are a journalist, you can say as a senior journalist or as a senior editor who has over 15 years experience in editing magazines and newspaper, e.g., as a doctor or as a senior doctor who has 15 years or 10 years or 20 years experience in medicine and surgery. So just narrow it to your field or narrow it to that particular field you are making research on. So let's say my research is about Facebook, and I want ChatGPT to assume this role so that anytime I ask any question about Facebook, it's going to assume this role and answer me as someone who has that number of years experience. So instead of just asking ChatGPT, write a Facebook post, I will say, you are a senior social media manager. It can just be anything, not necessarily social media manager. I can look for any role in Facebook uh, uh, generally, like in Facebook, usage of Facebook generally. But we are focusing here on as a social media manager. Okay, now let's test this app. Let's see how it works. But one thing is this, have it in mind that next time you are going to answer this question, you are going to ask ChatGPT question about Facebook. You don't need to repeat this. You are just going to see that you have improved answer. Okay, I'm going to start with this. Let's say I just come and write my question the way every other person will write their question. Okay, I just come and say, okay, write a Facebook post about how to write an highly converting Facebook ad, or let me put it as advert. Let's see how the answer is going to be. Okay, let's see the answer I'm going to get from this. Okay, see the answer. It's telling me stop boosting ads that don't convert. Okay, you see, identify the problem, present solution. Okay, now that is it. But now let's see the answer I'm going to get now. If I give it this role, is a senior manager role, and I tell you that every time I write Facebook post, it should give me my answer based on this rule is assuming now from today. Okay. Now, after writing this, I'm not going to say, okay. In fact, for us to have the same question so that you not say maybe the question is different, let me just copy this question and paste there so that we'll see that it's the same question I'm asking it and see how the answer is going to be. Okay, so I'll search now. You see? You see that you have way more improved answers and solution than the first, because now you're asking it a question from a different angle as a professional. You see? You see? So you are going to be getting answer different from the first. And this answer is tailored to your needs. And you see that it's actually better and more improved over the first. So it's telling you that his experience is after wasting 50,000 Naira on Facebook ads, he learned his lesson, he learned his lesson in the hard way, and he's now giving you an answer on what to do to have a better Facebook ad setup. Okay, that's good. Let's quickly go to the second one. And the second ask here now is about asking, okay, before ChatGPT will answer your question, you want ChatGPT to ask you question so that it can give you a personalized answer. You understand? You want it to ask you questions so that I can give you personalized answer. So this is what I want to do. I want ChatGPT to tell me something, but let me copy this app first. Before answering, ask me a question you need to. Now, this is what I will do. Let's say I want to ask ChatGPT. Let me open a new chat. Okay. I want to ask ChatGPT how to become a better parent. Okay. How to become a better parent. What will happen is this. If I use this question this way, it's just going to give me the same answer that every other person asking this question will get. So what I'm going to do is I'll send this question. Look at how the answer is going to be. This is not, it's not going to be personalized, because to become a better parent, what parent A apply might not work for me. You understand? Might not work for me. So it's telling me spend quality time together, listen more than you talk, lead by example, and all. Let's say normally these things, they are things I do. But now I want it to give me a tailored answer. You understand? So what I'm going to do is this. I'll test ChatGPT. I want to ask you this question, but before you answer my question, please ask me something that will make me to have a better answer. So I said, before answering, ask me any question you need to get possible answer. So I now say how to become a better parent. Okay, same question. Now see what is going to happen here. You can apply this to virtually any question. I'm just using this as an example. If you have a school homework or assignment and you want to get personalized answer, you need to just tell ChatGPT to ask you important questions that will make you get a better answer, so that you are not going to get the answer that every other person that is ChatGPT is going to get. Okay, so look at this now. ChatGPT is telling you that before I answer this question, I want you to answer this. How old is your child or children? Let me say, number 1, 5. Or let me say 8 years old. 8. Number 2, he's asking me, are you a mother, father, guardian, or another caregiver? I am a father. Number 3, What is the biggest parenting challenge you are facing? For example, discipline. Let's say discipline. Maybe I am a father that I don't actually discipline the children, and I feel that, okay, I'm having some concern about a change in behavior of maybe one of my children, and I want to get a direct answer, or answer that is actually peculiar to my situation, not something that is general to what every parent should do, or maybe probably getting the same answer of what I have been doing that is not yielding the results that I want. So I go to number 4 now. What is the question there? What kind of parent do you want to become? What does better parents mean to you? Okay, I want to become an intentional parent. Intentional parent. Okay. Number 5 is telling me, are you parenting with a spouse or a partner? Or are you a co-parent? Or you are on your own? Let's say with my spouse. Okay. Number 6. Don't worry, it's not every question you get long questions that you have to answer like this. In some cases, it might just ask you 2 questions, 3 questions based on your question. But here now, for you to give me a very, because this is a very sensitive topic, for me to get a very direct and relatable answers that will make my parenting very easy, I need to answer these questions. Okay? Is there a recent situation with your child that makes you ask this question? Yes, I noticed a change in behavior. In fact, a negative change in behavior. Okay. I go to number 6. But please, anyone that does not have answer or that you cannot answer, you can skip it. You still get the desired answer at the end of the day. Are there any cultural or faith-based values you would like the advice to reflect? Okay. A Christian home. Okay. Number 8. Would you prefer practical daily habits, a step-by-step? Yes. If I want you to give me step-by-step way to achieve my goal as a parent. Okay. Now look at the answer I'm going to get. You see that it's going to be very different from the first answer. And that is a very important act that we need to employ whenever we are asking ChatGPT questions. Okay. See, the goal. What is the goal? Instead of asking, how do I get my child to obey? Ask, how do I raise a child who loves God, respects others, and make wise choices, even when I'm not around? That mindset changes everything. Can you see that? Now, number 1 is telling me that connection before correction. Children respond best to correction from parents they feel connected to. You see, now I'm getting personalized answer. And by the time you go through, you see that, in fact, if you follow the answer you get, you will achieve you see, it's even still quoting Bible because I said it's a Christian home. You see, read a short Bible passage together, ask one question about it, pray together. So you see, this way now, if I can follow this, I'm definitely going to get my desired result. So that is act number 2. Let's quickly move. I'm going to the third act number 3. Okay. The act number 3 is use negative instruction instead of only saying what you want. Okay. Also say what you don't want. Okay. Now look at this. I want ChatGPT to answer this question. Tell me how to get my ex back. Okay. This is a question. Let's just see how it goes. Okay. You see, you ended the relationship, you or your ex. It wants me to ask, you know why it's giving me this? Because already on this, my account, I'm already telling ChatGPT to ask me questions. Most especially on this particular chat, which means anytime I ask questions, it's going to be asking me uh, to answer some questions before it will give me answer. Okay, let me see. Let me go to a new chat. Okay, I see how to get my ex back. You see, here it's not asking me question because this is a new chat entirely. Okay, you see this? It has given me the step, but look at this. This is what I want to do now to apply the other act that has negative question. See, I say how to get my ex back. I'm not saying don't sound robotic. What other things can I say? Let me look at another negative word. Okay. Don't sound robotic. Don't sound like a white man. I want it to be applied to my situation as a black man. Okay. What other thing can I tell it not to do that will make me to have a better answer? Don't sound religious. Okay. So I go now. You see, now it's trying to answer me based on how a human being would answer. You see, so it's quite different from the first answer I got. That is act number 3. You go to act number 4. Act number 4. Act number 4 is telling me to get multiple versions prompts. You see, now this is what I'm going to do. When I ask ChatGPT a question, I will tell that ChatGPT to give me 5 versions. Instead of me rewriting, I'm actually get a better answer from the 5 versions I am getting. Okay. Now this is what I'm going to do. Okay. Let me just copy this arc here. Okay. So I'll go to I head over to my chat GPT. Let me get a new chat. Okay. And I'll say, let me see a question that we can relate to easily. Okay. How to make money on TikTok. Okay. Let's say this is the question I want to ask. I just asked ChatGPT and it has given me the answer. But now let's look at this. I say how to make money on TikTok. And I'll tell you that give me completely 5 different versions. Let me remove this instead of writing yourself. Give me completely 5 different versions. Okay. You see version 1, build an audience and earn from content. Version 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, I can say expatiate more on each version. Okay. You see, expatiate more on each version. So it has explained each version to me now. Okay. You see that this actually makes sense because it's more like segmenting the answer. So I can follow each one and get the desired result. And the fifth act, and maybe this will be probably the last one I will take on this particular series, on this particular video. I will come you will get part 2 of this video, my next video, because I don't want it to be too long. Okay, I don't want it to be too long. I don't want to bore you. Okay, so this is the fifth act, and the fifth act is chain prompts. So this is more like you want to tell ChatGPT to brainstorm for you on a particular topic and pick the best answer and write an outline on it, expand it, and improve on it. You understand? So I want to ask ChatGPT about something. Okay. Okay, I'll think brainstorm on how to start content creation. Okay. You see, teach what you already know, document your journey, answer question, share mistakes, review tool, content pillar. You see, a 30-day strategy. I can say choose the best idea for Nigerian markets. Okay, still working. Okay, Joe, let's okay, you see, just ask it to choose, then tell it to explain further. I think I'm having issues with my network, so I'll stop here. So see you in part 2. Don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you so much.